Hello. I just have thoughts, and I'm tired of not saying them, so I'm gonna say them. This is really for nobody but me, just so I could process my thoughts. Which means what I'm going to be saying is not going to be linear, it's not going to be organized, but I'm gonna say it anyway for the sake of my own sanity and my own organizational mind. I want to talk about love. I want to talk about what love is specifically and how it should be thought of. Um, Love is not a feeling. Love is not an emotion. Love is not some love is a choice is what I'm trying to say. You may think you love somebody not by your choice. You may think that I can't help these feelings I have. Those are just feelings. That's not love. There is a difference between attraction and loving someone. Attraction is, oh, that person is pretty. That person is handsome. That person is hot. That person is cute. That person is sexy. Whatever. Whatever word you want to describe attraction to someone. That's what that is. It's being attracted to someone due to traits they have. And while that's not love directly, it may be a start to love. It's not love directly. Excuse me. It's not love directly. It may be a branch of love. It may be oh wow. It may be a branch of love. It may be a side effect of love, but it's not love itself. You can go on the street and find so many people attractive, but are you gonna say that you're romantically in love with them? No, you're not going to. You find them attractive, sure, but you're not at that level with any of them. And that's just romantic love I'm speaking about right now. Romantic love there is a whole spectrum of love in my mind. And I think of love as a spectrum. Like, there is a love for every person on this earth. There is a love that I have for every human being on this earth right now. And while that may sound odd or weird, it's true. I don't think, while it may be different from, my love may be different compared from my mom to some random guy I see on the street, I think there is still some aspect of love in there. And maybe that's just my weird, strong minds and my beliefs, but that's true, at least for me. And I think that should be true for everyone. But there is a love held for every human being on this earth, and I think people need to understand that, because I see so many. It's so weird. It's like, oh, this guy, he did bad things, so we should kill him. Like, he's not a human being too. I'm sorry, I don't care how atrocious the actions were of that person. I think that they are a human being. I know that they are a human being, just like you and I. And I think that should mean something to people. And it doesn't mean anything to a lot of people. People are, in today's modern age, people are defined as their actions. And to a point, I think that should be true. But it should not be the whole truth. Everyone is a human being. Every single human being is a human being with a soul and a mind and choices and everything that a human being has. A human life is the most precious thing on this planet Earth, and I fully 100% believe that. And a lot of people don't. They think they do, but they don't, because for example, one thing I saw today is this guy killed someone, and they're calling for the death penalty for him. And one of the guys said, "Oh, that's good. It's an eye for an eye. An eye for an eye. An eye for an eye." Is that really? Are we really using that for a human life? Because holy crap, this brings me back to a Batman quote. Wow, I'm a nerd. Batman quote. I forget whatever exactly specific thing, but it came from Batman himself. But as silly as that is, I think it's true. It's if you kill a killer, the number of killers in the world stays the same, and that can kind of be applied here. Is that maybe not okay? Maybe that's a bad example, but I still do believe in that. But this guy killed a human being. And people are outraged by that, as it should be. Because a human being, really, you did that. A human being is precious. A human life is the most precious thing in this world. Obviously, people should be outraged by that. And they should be calling for justice. But justice is not an eye for an eye all the time. Justice is not killing someone because they killed someone. Now, instead of one human being getting taken from this world, one of the most precious things, a human soul, a human life, one of those was already taken away, and now we're calling for the second one to get taken away? I'm sorry, but there's nothing different. There is the only difference between the two people mentioned, between the killer and the killee, is their actions. And while actions can be a lot, that shouldn't take away from the value of a human life. And I think for that reason, the death penalty is stupid. That is a whole political topic, and I am not getting into that. But we should not be killing people because they killed someone else. It is stupid logically, morally, everything. I don't believe in it. Justice is not death. Justice is not punishment. Justice is not cruel and extreme punishment. Justice is betterment for humanity, in my mind. And I think in a lot of cases, justice should be calling for that person to be a better person, and the reformation of that person's actions, and the reformation of that person's mind, so that they become a better person. So instead of killing two people, only one person died, and we gained a better person because we reformed the killer. Anyways, a whole different topic, but that whole idea of the precious value of a human life, it gets back to what love is. Love is recognizing that, and I think since every single human being has a human life, they are the most precious thing in this world. There should be love for every single human being on this earth. There should be love for every single person, whether it's your mom or some random 2-year-old you see on the street. That is a human life, and you should have some care and some love for whoever that may be. Whether it be your neighbor or someone from a foreign country on vacation. It doesn't matter. At the very foundation, they are a human being, and that calls for some form of love. And that's going to bring me to my next point, is that people aren't choosing that. Because love is a choice. It's not. It's not. Oh, that kid's happy, and I'm shedding a tear because that kid is happy. That's a feeling, yes, and that may be a branch of love, but that's not love itself. Love is looking at that kid and actively saying in your mind, that is an innocent human soul, and I love that child. Just as much as you should love your own child. If you shall ever have any. But it gets to the point where love is a choice. And no matter what kind of love, how deep the love, how romantic the love, how platonic the love, it's a choice. And people need to realize that. Because people are forgetting that. And it's ruining a lot of things in this world. And it scares me. People are forgetting how to love. And it simply starts with recognizing that everyone is a human being, no matter their actions, no matter their words, no matter what. And now I kind of want... that's kind of my conclusion to that surface level love. That love you should have for every single human being. That's the conclusion there, is you should love everyone no matter their actions, no matter who you think they are. Because they are a human being, and that's all that matters. Now, you can call for the betterment of that person, and you can say, I want this person to be better. I want this person to reform themselves. That's good. But you can't say that person is a bad... You can't say that person doesn't deserve love, or that person doesn't deserve anything just because of their actions. That person deserves care and reformation because of their actions, not hate because of their actions. And that's a conclusion of that. I'm gonna die here. Yep. And now I want to get into kind of romantic love. And it comes back to, and I'm going to start it again. Love is a choice. If you are going to date someone, if you are going to marry someone, or whatever term you want to use for that kind of love, romantic love, it usually starts with a feeling. That's usually the seed of a love. You have a feeling for someone. And that's fine. That's a perfectly fine seed to have for love. But it shouldn't be a seed forever. It takes work and care to plant a seed and to make sure it grows into a fruitful plant. You can't just put a strawberry seed in the ground and call it a day and expect it to give you strawberries in 3 months' time. No. You're going to need to water it. You're going to need to care for it. You're going to need to make sure there's no pests around to eat it. You're going to all these different steps. And the same applies to especially romantic love. You have that feeling. You have that attraction. You have that seed. You have that first foundation. You have that soil. You have your ground. And that's good. But eventually, that seed, that soil, it's going to transform into something else. And it may not be pretty at first. It may not be perfect. It may not be what you thought it was. Because love is not all just a feeling. You are going to have days where you're not going to feel the same way that you did once before for that person. And while that foundation of feelings should still be there, you're not going to feel it all the time. You're not going to see it all the time. And a lot of people don't get that. They have a bad day, and they think, "Oh my gosh, I'm not feeling as attracted to this person as I did before." Oh my. Anyways, anyways, sorry. That was annoying. You're not. There will be days where you don't have as strong as those feelings. There is going to be days where you may not feel that at all. There is going to be days where that person gets on your nerves, where that person is not going to be the best to you. And it comes to realizing that, yes, a human life, a human soul, a human is the most precious thing that can ever exist. Doesn't mean it's perfect. There's not a single human being that has been through a perfect relationship, because a perfect relationship doesn't exist. You can have good ones and you can have bad ones, yes, but you can't have a perfect one. And a lot of people don't get that. They take one argument with their spouse, their wife, their husband, their boyfriend, their girlfriend, whatever. They take one argument and they say, "Oh, we shouldn't have had that argument. That argument was stupid. Are we even meant to be together?" And they go into these thoughts, and it's like, "Oh, well, why should I be with this person if we have a stupid argument like that? Or why should I be with this person if we had a phase, or if we're going through a phase where we argue a lot right now?" Even though that's a phase lots of people go through in relationships. Wow, and if that phase is permanent and it's always like that, maybe that person's not the best for you. But if it's just a 2-week long phase where you both just argue because you are not in a good mood that week, that's fine. It's going to happen no matter who you're dating, no matter who you're married to. And a lot of people don't get that, and they forget that love is a choice. It's not a feeling. It's not perfect. It's a choice to stick with that person even though it's not perfect. Love is saying, "Hey, you're not perfect. You're far from it, actually. But you know what? I'm going to stick with you till the very end because I care for you. Because I love you. I don't just have feelings for you. I love you and I care for you. And I have this deep-rooted affection in my heart for you." And a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people don't get that. And that is scary to me. I really hope that people are able to learn that, because that's something that is a fundamental that people need to learn. I don't know. I think a lot. I think about a lot. And I do that a lot. I think about that thing a lot. And I think about a lot of things. And this one has been really consistent on staying in my head for whatever reason. This is not mining. Okay, I'm just going to restart. I think my point here is that you are going to have bad days with your lover. You are going to have bad days with anyone you love. And I think that is normal. I know that that's normal because everyone goes through it. Any person I ever talk to, it's like, "Oh yeah, we got this big argument." Yeah, you did. So what? Make up, say sorry. You're not perfect, she's not perfect, he's not perfect, whatever. Say sorry. Admit you both were stupid, because you probably both were. and move on. Because that's what love is. It's getting past the person's flaws and saying, I love you anyway. And I think that's a good conclusion. Yeah. Love is not a choice. And it comes down to realizing underneath everyone's flesh, underneath everyone's skin and bones, underneath their heart, underneath all of the gross blood and there is a soul. There is a precious light that cannot be snuffed out. There is unmatched beauty in every single human being, no matter who they seem to be or what their actions are. We need to choose to love, especially in this modern world, because a lot of people are choosing to hate. Whether that be any person they come across online, or their partner made a mistake, so they're going to go complain and hate online, or they're going to go complain to their friends because my partner made a mistake, oh boo-hoo. That's it, really. Love. Love because you want to. Love because hate is evil. Love because it's the right thing to do. Love because you know that everyone is beautiful, no matter who they seem to be. Love because you know that despite that person's flaws, they are a human being, and they deserve love. Everyone deserves love. Love because it's the first step to making a better world. I'm gonna go up here. I think it's about to be sunset. Unless it's sunrise. Is that sunset? I can't see if it's moving. Oh no, that's sunrise. Darn. Thought we were gonna get a sunset. That's okay. Yeah. Love because it's good. Love because it's the step to a better world. I don't know. I'm just talking to myself. I don't even know who's gonna see this. If anyone will at all. But if anyone, whether I know you, whether you're from school and you don't really know me at all, or, oh yeah, that guy in math class, whatever, or whether you're someone I knew from online from a while ago, or whether you're just some random guy from North Texas and you are just scrolling on weird YouTube videos with no views at all. I think what you should go away with this video with is that you should love because you are choosing to love and not because your emotions say you should. Because if your emotions are telling you if you are basing your love off of what your emotions are telling you, that's not love. It's not real love. And I've been yapping for a lot. A lot of these words are redundant because I've said them 20 million times, but I really want to get a good final message to say. I'm really trying to get a really good heavy hitter, so to say. But all I can say is that whether it is some random kid you come across in the street, or some teenager in a store, or some elderly couple in the grocery store, or a single mother who is really struggling, um, or your own mom, or your own father, or your own sister, or your own brother, or your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, or your fiance, or your husband, or your wife. If they are a human being, if that person is a human being with a human soul, give them all the love that you can. Because they deserve it more than you know. And they need it more than you know. Love them because that's what we're made to do. And anything other than that, anything that takes you away from love, get it out. We are not here to have a 9-to-5 job. We're not here to grow old. We're not here to get money. We're here to love one another. So go out there and do that. Love one another. If not for me, if not for you, do it for your Creator.